Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home kitchen is run by the National Park Service. It's a historic home. Wonderful. This home is in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's take a little tour through this kitchen. Over on the right, we see the edge of the sink. Here's some nice big windows for this Victorian home. And the wainscoting goes up to just above chair height, which was typical. And we have a little heating stove. There's a kettle on that stove. What you don't see in this picture is they did have, I believe it was gas or kerosene or some type of other fueled, wasn't wood, other fueled stove on the right-hand side. It would be way over on the right that you, left that you can't see it. So on the right-hand side is what's typically called a Hoosier cabinet. And we have two flour bins, or there's a possibility that this right-hand one was for sugar. I'm not really sure about that. But anyway, this one on the left, the thing coming down holds flour, and it has the sifter right at the end. You could probably put 25 pounds. Am I guessing correctly? 10 to 25 to, I don't know how many pounds of flour, but back in 1929 and the 30s, women, domestic people of the household, made their own bread every day. Sometimes they would be able to go to the store and get bread, store-bought bread, but that wasn't normal. You made all your breads and cakes and pies and all that right at home. And so you used flour continually. And so you had it built into the cabinet, which was very convenient. In between the two units that hold the flour are probably spice jars. And they would can their own foods. Here are glass, probably ball jars of fruits, vegetables that they would can. I'm not sure if from the get-go this home had electricity. They had electric lights before they had electric stoves and all such thing. So we're going to assume, because this is in the city, that the house was electrified. Here is a hint that maybe they didn't have electricity. Above, on top of the Hoosier, is a kerosene lamp, kerosene burning lamp. So they, in part, use that for light. Let's get closer, and so I'd like to show you all of this closer. The kerosene lamp oil would be in here, and there would be a wick that came up there. They would light it from above, and then they would put the glass, this top glass was removable, and then they would put the glass back on after it was lit. And there's a little nozzle that turned the flame up or down, so it could be brighter or dimmer. And they could carry this around the house if they needed to watch their step going upstairs, going to bed or whatnot. They could carry it with them. Okay, here is the Hoosier cabinet. It has, this door opens to, you can't see it because this door is open also, opens to where they would put the flour in. And this door, these two doors, close this top part. And as you can see, I will have in a link below if we can find a copy of this little insert that they had inside the door with, I think this is a chart of what they need to purchase. I don't know, we'll look closer later in the links. But here's our jars, canned goods, our jars that looks like fruit. Normally the bottom drawer on the right, the bottom of the base of the cabinet was where they would store the bread, and it was a metal container, so the bread would not get stale. And this top part of the cabinet would come out if they needed a larger work surface. You could just pull it right out to have a larger work surface. As you can see, here's the kettle. And this is fun. Now, I don't know if this is original to the home, but this looks like a rooster or a turkey salt and pepper shaker with perhaps a vinyl gingham cloth. Now this was probably not original to the home. The furniture is a good guess that it could be original to the home. Now also too, I just want to point out that also to the left, first you have the range, the stove, cooking stove on the left. But the room right next door to this, on the left of this kitchen, is the dining room, which I will also give you a link to somebody else's video that gives you a tour of this home, which includes seeing the oven on the left and the dining room, and you'll want to see that. Okay, so right here, they look like flat skillets, and I don't know if it's placed right here, so they may do some little bit of cooking right here. It's a linoleum floor, probably. It doesn't go to the edge, so I'm not really sure what it's made out of. And they would have this very decorative flooring. It's not a wonderful pattern. It's just a beautiful kitchen. It's a beautiful, beautiful antique kitchen. So visit the link down below, and I will give you a link to that other person's video so you can see that stove and the dining room. It's worth seeing. Also down there, I'll see if I can point you in the direction of some information of the insert that was in the Hoosier